We begin with breaking news at 11 on this busy Super Tuesday. Joe Biden continues his dominance in southern states and beyond. The former vice president has won the Virginia and North Carolina Democratic primaries. The Commonwealth has 99 delegates, and Biden picked up at least 51 of them.
And taking a look at North Carolina, with 110 delegates up for grabs, the Tar Heel state boasts one of the biggest prizes of the night. And Biden picked up at least 30 of the state's delegates tonight. You can see the results scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now.
A huge haul of delegates on the line for Super Tuesday, of course. Virginia and North Carolina were among 14 states involved in contests today. Voters decided which candidate they think could beat President Donald Trump this November. Virginia represented a key test for Democrats, and Senator Bernie Sanders came in as the one to beat.
And experts had considered the Commonwealth as a toss-up state, increasingly shifting to the left, but moderates have been quick to the last few days to consolidate around Biden and stop Sanders. Biden tanked in Iowa and New Hampshire before rebounding strongly in Nevada and South Carolina. The latest result shows a dramatic turnaround as the race between the frontrunners tightens even further. Democrats and Republicans alike are keeping a close eye on the results this evening. Momentum is sure to shift for candidates heading into the rest of the campaign season.
Yeah, some people gathered around Hampton Roads to watch the results roll in this evening. 10 on your side's Gina Arevalo talked with voters at a Democratic watch party in Norfolk.
Tom and Anita, we're with the Norfolk City Democratic Committee here at Amazing Soul Food in Norfolk, and the mood here can best be described as optimistic and excited. Members gathered here tonight to watch as those results came in, and when it comes to a stance on candidates, the committee as a whole is neutral, but there were several who were happy to see Biden come out on top, including Robert Blondin, husband of Elaine Luria. The Congresswoman endorsed Biden and helped introduce him during his stop in Hampton Roads over the weekend. But no matter which candidate is preferred, members we spoke to say the focus now turns to uniting behind whichever candidate eventually gets the Democratic nomination, especially because they feel many will be watching the Commonwealth come November.
And Virginia is really a microcosm of the country, a very moderate state, and so I think people are going to pay attention to Virginia and what that means for the country as a whole.
We are trying to go precinct by precinct, block by block, so that when the general election goes forward, whoever our candidate is, we're going to turn out Norfolk voters in historic numbers.
In the end, it was a big night for Joe Biden. He swept all 7 cities here in Hampton Roads. Reporting in Norfolk, Gina Arevalo, 10 on your side.
And former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg picked up his first delegates of the campaign, getting 4 from American Samoa. That's where Tulsi Gabbard picked up 1 as well. That's where she was born. And Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders won his home state, getting 8 delegates there.
Super Tuesday is a critical day in the Democratic politics. Delegates, momentum, national attention, it's all on the line. So it's a big day, and we want to bring in 10 on your side's big dog, Andy Fox, tonight.
Yeah, experts call this a pivotal day on the primary calendar, obviously, and it seems to have proved that way again tonight for the Biden campaign. So, Andy, what does this mean for the race going forward to November?
Well, it was a good day for Joe Biden. It means the guy some were wrongly counting out, the guy familiar with making gaffes, who seemed unable to engage in debates when attacked, well, seems to be the guy who made Super Tuesday the day he came back. Former Vice President Joe Biden won Virginia with 53% of the vote. He won Virginia Beach, our largest city, just to show you how he won it by 55%. Bernie Sanders, 24%, and Mike Bloomberg under 11%. Biden had a stunning performance in the 3rd district, which is heavily African-American, getting 64% of the vote there. Bernie Sanders, on the other hand, only got 20% in that district. Again, Bernie Sanders struggling with the African-American community that seems to be rallying around Joe Biden. Doing well in the African-American community is essential for Democrats winning in November. In his speech tonight before supporters, Sanders said, "We are working against the political establishment." And then there's Mike Bloomberg, who spent $17 million on advertising in Virginia, greatly underperformed. And it was in Virginia where Bloomberg took his stand in Super Tuesday, getting only, though, 11% of the vote. No single person did more to flip the House and Senate and the General Assembly flipping it Democrat, then Mike Bloomberg, contributed millions. And it reminds me, of course, of the old song, the Beatles song, You Can't Buy Me Love. In his speech tonight, Biden, I just heard it, praised his former opponent, Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar, gave her credit for delivering him Minnesota without Biden having to spend hardly any money at all in Minnesota. He suggested that type of cooperation will be a key ingredient to beating Donald Trump in November.
And we just got in some new information out of California, too, about Biden.
That's right, that Bernie Sanders has won California tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
So those numbers are kind of shifting there for Biden and Bernie Sanders. We'll continue to follow up on it. Thank you, Andy.
Okay.
That's right. It'll be a long time before we get some the delegate counts because it may take days to count the votes. Now, current Governor Roy Cooper has also won the Democratic nomination for governor in North Carolina's primary. Dan Forrest has been nominated for the GOP in the Tar Heel state.
For a breakdown of how the Democratic candidates did in each Hampton Road city, head to WAVY.com. There you will also find more of our Super Tuesday coverage. And for the latest results on other Super Tuesday states like California, that we just said went to Bernie Sanders, join the entire morning team tomorrow for WAVY News 10 Today, starting at 4:30. They are on air until 9 a.m. on Fox 43.